Good morning, guys. We are back down here at the castle and I'm excited for another video. We're back here doing some more trim. This is going to be my second video of doing trim, and I'll jump in here. Don't have to walk all across the castle to show you guys what I'm going to be doing in this video. We will be trimming out all of these doors. So there's going to be a trim board here, trim board there, and then 3 on the outside of those to cover it up. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and knock out all this. I'll explain to you my process on the first one, and then after that we can go ahead and I'll put you guys on time lapse and you can watch me knock out the rest of them. But these are probably gonna take a little bit longer, just because if I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna have to rip down all 3 of these boards on the saw out there, but nothing we can't handle. So I'm gonna go ahead, get some measurements, explain to you guys what I'm gonna be doing, and then we can start slapping some trim boards in. All right, guys, so just to kind of show you for reference, this is going to be what I'm gonna be going off of. I've got all 3 of them marked out, and as you can see, this is the length of the board and this is the width of the board. So on all these, it's actually 3 inches all the way across there, which I'm actually really surprised about. So that's good, because then I can just set my guide on the table saw to 3 inches and rip it down, so then that will fit nicely in there. But on some of these walls, I might have to rip it down from 3 inches to 2 3/4 or something like that. So on all these top ones should be pretty straightforward, and then I'm putting these top ones in first, so then whenever I put these sideboards on, it kind of holds that top board in place, so we're not just reliant on the brad nails that I'm going to be putting in there. So we'll go outside, rip all these down first, then cut them to length, or vice versa, it doesn't really matter. So we'll go ahead and do that, slap these things in, and then start on the side pieces. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting these to length first, and then I label all of them left, right, which door frame it is, so then I don't lose track of them and get them all mixed up. But I always square up one end, just because that factory edge, sometimes it's fine, but other times it's really far out. So that's what I'm doing there, and then now I'm just setting that guide to 3 inches and ripping all these boards down. So once I got those top boards installed and nailed off, now I'm going to go through here and get all my length measurements. And as you can see, whenever I go to get my width measurements, I'm getting multiple measurements throughout this thing. I usually do 3. Sometimes it's so far out I do 5, just because sometimes that wall will go out and then back in. And I just really want to make sure that this trim looks as good as it can and I don't have any gaps. So that's why I'm going through and taking so many measurements. Alrighty, I got all them boards cut, and then now I'm doing the fitting and installation process here. So what I'm looking for here is make sure that I'm real nice close to the door and I'm flush with that outside wall. If it's not, I've got to redo it because the trim, I mean, these boards right here, they are extremely important for being flush and looking right. So, well, the hardest part's done now. That was a pain on some of these. Some of them weren't pretty, some of them were actually really good. Just had to rip it down the same length all the way through. But now comes the part to make this really look finished here. But I'll show you guys some of these buried, you know. I was 2 7/8 up there. Then come down here in the middle. Now I'm 2 11/16. So it's just part of it whenever you're remodeling something. So we got it looking right though. All of our boards are flush with the drywall here. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll show you guys how it is after I get all the stuff that actually makes it look finished on. I think it's really gonna change the look in this room and make it look a lot more complete. Especially, I really like this burnt pine with the burnt ceiling. The ceiling's pine too, I believe, but I like how Matt's trying to keep the same look going here. I think it's gonna complement each other very, very well. Well, there you guys have it. Looks a lot better now. Glad I can get it done. It looks really good with the ceiling. All this burnt pine that I've been installing, every single bit of it is going to get clear coated, because if you can see my hand, you know, that charred, it comes off, but the wood is finished though. Whenever you burn it, it actually seals up the wood, but Matt wants to go ahead and clear coat it just because it makes it look makes it have a nice, good, glossy finish, just like the ceiling. You can definitely tell the difference between clear coated, completely done, and just still kind of rough. It doesn't have that shine to it that the stuff on the ceiling does. But this turned out really, really good, and this might have been a shorter video, not a whole lot going on, but big transformation, that's for sure. So there's one spot over there that the drywall was kind of messed up with, so I'm gonna talk to Matt and see if he wants me to do anything differently over there or what he wants to happen to that one. But it all looks pretty good. Definitely had our struggles, just like we always do at the castle, but this place, it's like I've been saying, we're starting to wrap up here. And yeah, so just make sure you guys stay tuned so you don't miss anything big. And like always, like, comment, and subscribe to see more.